Welcome everyone. Today we will discuss some more MCQs from the teaching aptitude portion of the Assam University B.Ed entrance examination syllabus. Our first question is, the most important work of teacher is to organize teaching work, to deliver lecture in class, to take care of children, to scold the students. So we can easily understand that option D is not the correct option, then option C is also not the correct option. Option B says to deliver lecture in the class. Teacher's only duty is not to deliver lecture in the class, so the correct option will be A, to organize teaching work. Then environmental education is important because it will affect environmental pollution. It is important part of life. It will provide job to teachers. We cannot escape from environment. Option A is not correct. Option C, it will provide job to teachers. This is also not fully correct. We cannot escape from environment. This can be the answer. It is important part of life. This can also be the answer, but the most appropriate will be B. Option B. It is important of life, important part of life. Then the next question is, women are better teacher at primary level because they behave more patiently with children, they are ready to work with low salary, high qualification is not needed in this profession, they have less chances in other profession. The answer is clear here. They behave more patiently with children, because option B, C and D are some ridiculous options. Option A, they behave more patiently with children because they can handle the students more appropriately. They can handle the lower grade students or children more appropriately. Then some students send greeting cards to you on Teachers' Day. What will you do? If some students send greetings card or wishing cards, then what will you do? Do nothing. Say thanks to them. Ask them to not to waste money. Reciprocate the good wishes to them. So the correct answer will be thanking them, to give them thanks. Next question is, a student comes late in your class, then you will, if a student comes late in the class, or a student always gets late in coming to the class, what you will do as a teacher? Inform to parents, punish him, try to know the reason, not pay attention there. Look, if you inform the parents at the very onset, it will not solve the problem. Then also punishing the students is not a solution. Not paying attention to this act is also will also not solve the problem. So the correct answer will be try to know the reason why he is getting late. He may have some genuine problems. So try to know the reason is the correct answer. Then number 6, a teacher is said to have a serious defect. It should be defect in him, her, if he, she. When we will say that the teacher has some defect in him or her? If he is physically handicapped, no, physically handicapped cannot be a defect as a teacher. Then he belongs to low socioeconomic status, never. Belongs to third gender, never. These three options are not correct. Then has immature mental development, yes. A teacher cannot have an immature mental development. He or she should be matured enough to handle the students inside the class. Next question is, if a student asks you a question which is unrelated to the topic being discussed in the class, what will you do? So if a student asks something which is not related to the topic which you are discussing in the class, what should you do? Will you allow him to ask the unrelated question? No. Will you allow him to ask not allow him to ask related question? You can't ignore also. Will you consider it indiscipline and punish him? You can't punish anyone for asking a question which is not related to the topic. And then the last option is you will say that you will answer the question after the class as it is not related to the topic of discussion. Yes, this should be the correct option. You will say him or her that you will answer after the class as the class is going on another topic. Then if a student doesn't respect you in the class, you will. If some student is there who is not respecting you, then what will you do? Award less marks in the examination? No, you can't award less marks to a student if only because he is not respecting you. Talk to his parents, never rebuke him. This will not solve the problem. Then number D, earn his respect by showing love. This should be the correct option. Next question is, you have an aggressive student in your class. Which of the following would you adopt to handle him? If some student is very much aggressive, shows very much anger, what will you do? Allow him the opportunity to act aggressively? No, you can't allow him to show this aggressive behavior. Then explain him about the harmful consequences of aggression. Okay, let us check the next options. Punish him? No, punishing will not solve the problem. Put him in a highly frustrating and embarrassing situation? No, this will act against it. This will further increase his anger. So the correct option will be, you will explain him the harmful consequences of showing aggression. Then a blackboard cannot be used for which of these following purpose you can't use a blackboard? Improvement of a paragraph you can use for this purpose. Then making reports based on information, this can be the correct option. Let us check the next points. Show schematic diagrams? No, we use blackboard for drawing diagrams. Then summary of relationships between facts, we actually use blackboards for this purpose, mainly for this purpose, writing the summary of the lesson. So the correct option will be making reports based on information. You can't use a whole write a whole report on blackboard. Blackboard is used only for short things.